don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
I don't know what's real anymore. I've opened up the door to nowhere.
Hello there, everyone. This is Nemesis Prime. Spinister and I would like to take just a second and remind you, while you're watching this series on Masterpiece Transformers, that Tom is not attempting to bash or cause any problems to anyone in the community by giving his opinion. You see, opinions are kind of like assholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. But everybody seems to want to express theirs in 2018, so Tom's just trying to do that himself. Tom really hopes that you enjoys this look at Masterpiece Transformers from, 10 years or whatever it is ago, and that you enjoy his review. But if you don't, be polite. That's all he would ask. As for me, I'm not going to ask that you just be polite. In the event that you're not polite, I will quite simply shoot you in the face. Thank you very much for watching. Poof! Hello there, everyone. This is Tom, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at MP25 Cybertron Warrior Tracks. This is a continuation of the Masterpiece Transformers from a 2018 perspective. Now, before we get too much further, I have to point out that this Transformer, this particular one, is kind of, if I can say this, universally despised, or if not universally, then a whole lot of people don't like this thing for various different reasons. So, let's look at it. I have my own opinions on it, and we will go from there. So, right up front, you do have some nice product shots, and he is a Corvette Stingray, so that's always nice. Top of the box, bottom of the box, don't need anything, side of the box, and side of the box. Okay. So, where is it? Where did I cut the tape? Ah! Alright, so, opening up the box. Focus. Why are we not focusing? There we go. Okay. Opening up the box, we get empty box. We get basically 5 things in a little plastic clamshell. We get a flight stand, which I will never use and I have no intention of covering on this video. We get 4 little headlight or side lamps, his card, something I can't read, and his instructions, which, let's just say they're sad. Okay. Pulling off the plastic clamshell, you get his gun. And it is a nice little gun. I mean, it's painted silver, doesn't have a whole lot of detail, but it's okay. We get a picture, we get Raoul here, and I could care absolutely less. I would have preferred if they would at least have painted his face. We get, come out, man. Don't be that way. Okay, we'll skip you. We get a little blaster, which actually will look pretty good in relation to some of my Legend scale Transformers, or maybe just kind of what I've got handy. See, that works pretty good. This is going to go into my Legends collection, I can already tell. Alright, and then he comes with this little spew, pew pew, bang bang, whatever it is thing that goes somewhere. I don't really care. And you can't see that. Alright, so this is Tracks. It is unfortunate that he is broken. He broke right here on me, transforming him. And he's already been transformed twice. And these things do not sit flush the way they're supposed to. There's there's a tab right there, and there's a port right there, but they will not set flush on mine. And as a result, they just kind of drag on the bottom, and he doesn't roll very well. Initial impressions in this mode, he's got a really nice kind of fleck finish, kind of blue. I've always been kind of partial to a Stingray myself. He does have this clear translucent windshield, which I believe is an unfortunate choice for them to make, and I may tint that because I have the capacity and the skill to do so. Let's see here. The hood does open, revealing some engine works, which I do like. That's a nice detailed engine. You got the Corvette thing right there. The tires are plastic and they're hollow. I can feel the hollowness. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a hollow tire. Rims are painted over the pins, so it kind of gives the illusion, I guess. Yeah, all in all, he's okay. If you were going to display him in vehicle mode, definitely tint the window and he should be fine. At least that's what I think. Okay, so in this mode, car measures from tip to tip 5 3/4 inches approximately. The width of it looks to be about 2 1/4 inches, and if you care about the height, it is about 1.5 inches. It will obviously fit in Prime's trailer. Size comparison, here he is with Ultra Magnus from the Classics line. He is, well, if you put the feet up, then he's longer, but if you leave the feet down the way he's supposed to be, Ultra Magnus is actually a little bit bigger than he is. Or he's actually a little bigger than Ultra Magnus is a little bit bigger. Losing my mind here, folks. Here he is with a Legends Bumblebee. Just sense of scale. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. And here he is with G1 gears. Just again, sense of scale, just to give you an idea. So why don't we see if we can transform this guy? And let me tell you, oh, it's hollow through there. Can you all see that? It is a pain, at least to me, to transform this guy. But we start by lifting these up, and if I can remember how to do this, rotate these. And as usual with these 2018 reviews of Masterpiece, I'm not so stressed about the transformation. So open this up, and that will put just enough pressure on here, hopefully, so that it'll separate it right here. Otherwise, you're just going nuts. At least I am, trying to figure out how to get this damn thing to work properly, because it's just too tight. It's just too tight. And it clips in right here to the body. So you've got to kind of get it out. If you do it that way, it's not so bad. The instructions show you simply pulling this off at first, and that's just a nightmare. Go ahead, and I can never get these things right. Rotate these things around. Might as well go ahead and do that now. Get it out of the way so we don't have to fight with it later. Okay, and that'll spin around. The arms are pinned together here. They come out. You can go ahead and, if you get it right, move that up like that. Flip out the fists. And I'm not caring about the order on this. I'm just trying to get it done. So, and hopefully done semi-properly. Yeah, let's say it that way. Semi-properly. The goal is to get it done right. Don't ever misunderstand. But in this case, I'm just trying to make sure it gets done. Open this up, open the doors up, slip this in like this. Open the doors up, slip that in right there, and there's a port right there for the plug. I don't know if you can see it right here, but it just goes in right there, and it latches relatively securely. Come down here, get this out of the way, open this up. We gotta get the head out. Yeah, we do. Like that. Pull the chest up, lock that, sort of. What you doing wrong here, Tommy boy? Okay. That's not it. Those arms go up higher. Okay. Yeah, they lock. There we go, like that. Okay. Front comes down, wings come up. You can rotate these things out. I find them extremely annoying, but you can do it if you so are inclined. Like this. Okay, and I think the official transformation has it sort of like that. I don't really remember. Okay, and this comes back down again, and let's see, this is supposed to tab in. There's a slot right here, and this just kind of is supposed to tab into it. And one of the things that I have discovered in messing with this thing is supposed to, and actually does, don't always do what they're meant. They don't always coincide, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's that one. And get in there. Alright, so that is locked into place now. Okay. So, as I had mentioned, this is broken down here. There's a connector pin there. You can actually see it is broken. It is what it is. Open these up, pull that away, pull that away. Alright, let's see here, Tommy boy. Rotate that around like that, so you can have access to the feet here. What are you forgetting? How are you doing this wrong? Because you're obviously doing something incorrect. There we go, like that. Alright, that comes down, rotates down. This rotates out and around, and just kind of annoyingly sits there because it won't stay. This comes up and around. This rotates, goes like that. This comes down, and that just kind of locks into place. And that, what am I doing? Oh, that goes, rotate that around and then do it that way. There we go, like that. Make it nice and clean. Alright, so I've done something wrong. Yes, Tommy boy, you have. This sits down further. It has to. There we go, kind of like that. Yeah, it goes in right there. That was why it didn't. That's why you were having issues with it. That's better. Alright, lock everything into place if it's to where you can. And if it's not, what do they say? Fake it till you make it? Okay. Alright, Tom, this is a kid's show. Hush. Okay, so there is how he transforms. And that was 6 minutes. And I have to tell you, I don't want to do it again. He can hold his weapon. Rotate his arm. He can hold his weapon. It just slots in. And he's got your typical masterpiece peg thing. And it'll stay there. I'm not going to rock him because, you know, he's too fragile. So, yeah. Here is the transformation for MP25 Tracks. From wheel to wheel, which is shoulder to shoulder, the way I measure, looks like he's coming in at 3.5, just maybe shy of 3.5. So, measuring from the floor to the top of his head, looks like he's coming in at 6.5. If you measure all the way to the top of the backpack, looks like he's coming in at 7.25 inches. Okay, And the wingtips are variable. Currently, the way that I have them, from tip to tip, they're measuring about 5 3/4 inches, if that matters to anyone in the slightest bit. Scale comparison wise, here he is with MP10, just to get you a sense of scale there. Okay. For you Classics fans, here he is with Bumblebee. You movie fans, my apologies. For you Classics fans, here he is with Classics Prime. Excuse me. For you Beast Wars fans, here he is with Quick Strike. Standman. Yeah, okay. Here he is with Quick Strike for you Beast Wars fans. And lastly, here he is with a Hasbro Legends. So there's your sense of scale. Okay. Hey Tom, bring that other guy back in. I like him a hell of a lot better than this guy. Nemesis, get out of here. Alright. Alright, so articulation. Let's do articulation. The head is on this weird hinge thing. It can go up and down a little bit. It's not really meant to, but it doesn't lock into place, so it is what it is. It can rotate left and right. The arms are on this strange hinge system here, but they rotate right here, up and down. Okay, it can go in right here. It's got a mushroom peg right here that the arm is sitting on, and you can see it rotate. I hope you can see that rotate right there. Wings move up, down, left, right. Okay, should have seen that in transformation. These things don't really lock into place, and I kind of feel that that's unfortunate, because we really need that. You see what happens. You get a bicep swivel. It's on a mushroom peg. You can actually see the peg right here, and when you do that, when you're rotating this, you see what happens. Okay, you get a ratcheted elbow. I'm not entirely sure why that elbow is ratcheted, but okay. Which gets you under 90 degrees. How unfortunate. Let's see here. The wrist swivels, and the fingers, yeah, they're single cast, one pin going down. The trigger finger is not individually articulated. So there's that. He does have a relatively free waist swivel. I say it's relatively free as it's popping on something. There we go. I guess it was just the way I was doing it. Let's see. Can he do the splits? He can do the Chinese splits, no trouble. How about the American splits? Let's see here. Well, you got this piece of kibble right back here that is preventing him from going back any further than that. This leg can come up. If you don't move the hip skirt, that's as far as you're going to get with him, which I think that's okay. But you can move the hip skirt, and you can get, you know, fairly decent range there. But yeah, you've got a thigh swivel. These pieces just don't stay put. A thigh swivel built in right here, just above the universal. Knee bends to under, ratcheted knee. You hear that? It won't stay on that ratchet, but that's as far as you get. It's under 90 degrees. Those ratcheted knees. Why do we have elbows and knees that are ratcheted? The feet, you can see they come into a rocker and a hinge right here. So you can move that back, move it forward. It's actually a transformation thing, but he does have a bit of an outward rocker and a decent inward rocker. In fact, that's a pretty good stance right there. That's about what you're going to get with him flat-footed. Is about to right there. Okay. let's see here. Okay, there's that. My initial impressions of this guy in robot mode, he's got some taillights picked out right here. This red could have used another coat probably. It's almost an orangey red, sadly. You got a little yellow right here. You've got some silver there. Some yellow, some red. Autobot symbol. I never have liked that yellow around that Autobot symbol. I'm probably, more likely than not, could have just put a regular old Autobot symbol on him right there. I don't know if it's cartoon accurate. I don't really care. Let's see here. The face, if you can see that. Let me zoom in here just a tad. Just to where I can. It's this strange reddish, pinkish, reddish, orangey color. I don't know how else to describe it. He does have some blue eyes, and the head sculpt is okay, but it's just not the best that I would expect for a Masterpiece Transformer. Okay, here, zoom up just a touch more. Tweak. Okay, coming down the figure, you've got white paint, you've got yellow paint right here, red paint. This, yeah, it's just a plastic piece. You've got gray plastic right here, you've got gray plastic right here, white, red, and you've got a little bit of gunmetal and red on the toes. So, I don't know. I don't know. Now we can rotate him here. I don't have one of those fancy ones that rotates, you know, I have to do it manually. So, he does have that pretty metallic blue which comes over from the car, but the backpack, I think that's been the major issue most people have had, is the backpack, and I fully understand it. He got a lot of hollow on him, and I think they could have done something better with it than what they did. Whether or not that's cartoon accurate, whether or not that's the way it's supposed to look, I don't know. But initial impressions, he'll be fine sitting on a shelf somewhere, maybe even in a dynamic pose, but he's not a good Transformer. He's definitely not what I would consider a masterpiece. Just before we get to final thoughts, there's something that I want to make sure that we have here, and that is, just in case somebody might need these, here are the directions on how to transform this guy. And you all can pause it as needed. I just want to take a second because it is almost painful to transform this guy. And I think I mentioned I broke mine the very first time I transformed him. So, yeah, and it was, if I haven't already shown it, it was this right here. That one right there. It shows that it separates, and if you look real close, it looks like it's got a hook clip right there. Yeah, okay. Final thoughts wise, we can do better. I don't understand how this got past Takara Tomi's, you know, whoever it is that pays attention to make sure that these things are appropriately, you know, produced, or whatever the accurate word here is. We can do better than this. He's hard to pose. I say that as I'm posing him without any issue. He doesn't do the things that you want him to do naturally, so you find yourself kind of trying to cheat it a little bit. I don't know. This guy, if this was the... Here's the question. From a 2018 perspective, if this was the first figure that Takara Tomy was producing, would you continue with the Masterpiece line? And I have to tell you, no. At least not from my perspective. Thanks for watching. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the MP25 Tracks scale with Metroplex? And there you can see him in the hand of Metroplex. Yeah, he's MP sized, so I don't really have much else to say. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, this is Tom again, and we are doing another quick unboxing review. This is a larger box, so I'll try to make it fast. We have papers and things, more papers and things, instructions, a really cool Megatron magnet. I'll have to put that up on my wall, okay, or my fridge or something. More instructions, more papers and cards, more instructions, more papers, and there's a comic book. That actually wasn't bad. I did actually read these two. So the authors are Greg Wright and Ken Lamug. If you ever get a chance, these aren't bad. They're not your typical comic. So let's see. That's another Collectors Club thing. Here we have Ape Face. More instructions. Here we have Twin Inferno. Generations RC. Pretty sure this is Wade's. So, pretty sure this is Wade's. Let's see here. More papers. More papers. Goodness gracious me. More papers. The DX9 campaigners. I've reviewed these, so don't have to worry too much about that. What do we have in here? Oh, turrets and manacle. I've got those on Metroplex already. So, I don't know if you've seen those, but there they are. Let's see here. Allocator. Here we have concrete. My apologies. Let's see here. Rat trap. Oh, those old little crazy guys. Looks like I may be in more modern stuff. So these boxes I haven't seen in a while, but I'm not sure these are those boxes. Or this particular box is that box. Optimus Prime. Yeah, this is what I must have done here after I was moving. And there's a gun in there. I have no idea whose gun that is. There's the tail for what's his name. That looks like one of those ones for General Grievous. Let's see here. Ah, the hand kit. Tom, why do you keep those boxes? You just never know. Never hurts to keep it if you've got the room. Tom and Jerry, I've reviewed those as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this box is full of stuff I've already reviewed. Let's see here. Here is a broken piece to the sword for Victorion. Let's see here. Here's a little drill dude. Here are the pieces for Masterpiece Ironhide that I removed. I got the Shadow Fisher upgrade kit, in case you're curious. Bulldozer. Okay. A gun to somebody. Here is Burden. Stand man. Here is shovel. And here is unearth. So I got the full Devastator in that box, and the PC09, which I have on my Combiners Wars Bruticus. Alright, and that is everything that is in this box. And I still have more boxes. Thank you for watching.